Hi, I'm back finally with a video. It's been a really long time, and I'm gonna make a change. Starting this channel, I thought it would be fun to show you what I'm doing. Also, of course, sharing my many mistakes to make it easier for some of you to take up the hobby. Showing that it can be fun even when making the mistakes. You shouldn't be too hard on yourself. Stuff like that. Was all a good idea, but I was just so busy with other things. And then if you have a half an hour, an hour to build, it's just a bit difficult to set up the video. Like I use a GoPro for this. Well, it just didn't happen. So I thought, so I'll just remove the channel. And I thought I'll leave it and maybe I'll do it a different way. So a couple of things. I think I'm not sure whether I should do this in English or switch to Dutch. Doing this in Dutch is easier, obviously, because it's just easier to be building and talking, not having to focus too much on the language thing. Then again, I know that I will limit the viewers of this channel if I switch to Dutch. For now, I'll do an opening of the box of my new project. I will do this in English, see how that goes. If you have ideas about whether I should do this in Dutch or in English, please leave your comments below. Because I'm just trying to figure out what's best, really. Anyway, enough of the talk. Also, I have a new GoPro, which hopefully makes the footage look a little bit better. I'm having a LED TL light, so I hope the strobing effect won't be there. Trying this out. Hopefully this will be good enough. Anyway, finally to the box. This is one of the boxes that I was looking in the local hobby store. These boxes were way up high, and I always liked first of all the scale, second of all just the classical Formula 1, also Japanese cars. I'm a fan of that anyway, so I was always looking up to that, literally. The thing is that they were quite expensive and I just never had the chance to buy one. Then a couple of months ago, really, I on eBay I saw this one. The price was very reasonable, and I decided to just buy it from out of Germany. So it's always a little bit of a guess. It all looked fine, but once you get it, you have to see if all the parts are there and what the actual state of everything is. But I've of course I've opened the box before, but it looks really good. Anyway, if everything's there, I'm not completely sure, because I will probably find that out while I'm building it, but everything seems to be there. So let's just open the box to start off with. We've got the manuals. There are two manuals, and they are just two different languages as far as I can tell. This is all Japanese, which is not the one I'm going to use, obviously, and this is English, which is a lot better. It's quite an old set. I'm not sure what year it is, and it might even be a refurb, but it's 10-20 years old probably. So it will be interesting to see how that all goes. I've noticed these things in here. I'm not sure whether this is a standard thing and the circles just fell out of the paper, or if this is something that the former owner had already done. Really not sure, but we'll probably find out once we're building it. Anyway, good looking. It's Tamiya quality, so the manual should be great. Then we've got all the other parts. I'll just shortly show you what it is. These are motor parts. Look very good. Not a lot of flashing. No flashing at all, I think. So that's really good. It is to be expected from Tamiya. I always have very good experiences with Tamiya kits. So anyway, it's probably going to be fun to build. Put this back in the plastic bag. Here are some of the body parts. What I do see is that the the white is not really as wide as it should be. I'm not sure if this always was like that or if it's just the age of the plastic. But you know, as long as it's not too brittle, which could be a problem too, obviously, with the age of this, we should be fine. It's pretty, you know, the thickness is pretty much there, so we'll probably be fine. It all looks good. The rivets and everything's there. One of the advantages I think of building in a scale like this is, well, there are a couple of advantages. First of all, the detailing always looks very good. And second of all, it's a little bit easier to build because you're not fiddling with all the tiny parts. Okay, driver. That's going to be interesting too, because I'll have to find a way to make that look good. I never really liked doing figure painting. It's just difficult for me and I never get it right. Luckily this one's got a helmet, so that makes it a little bit easier, but well, we'll see how far we go, you know, with the eyes and the face. It's always difficult to get that right, so probably I'll have to look up some YouTube videos on how to do this the best way. Anyway, so that's that. Then we've got some, I'm not gonna unpack all these things, but these are some of the like tubing, probably exhaust. You'll probably see some changes in the lighting of the video because I'm under a window on my attic, and when the sun comes out, the lighting changes. I hope that that it doesn't bother you too much. Some black parts, some of the radiator parts. The chair looks pretty good. The seat looks pretty good. And some of the chrome parts. I'll have to see what chrome parts I use. A lot of times I find the chrome parts are too like chromy. They don't look that well. So what I end up doing a lot of times is taking off the chrome with some bleach and then painting or spraying them myself, because that normally gives a little bit of a better look. But we'll see how it looks on the car, and take care of that when we come to that point. Okay, here I'm not gonna unpack it. There's another couple of body parts and the suspension parts, I think. Pretty nice. Again, looks very good. No flashing. Good detail, so I'm happy with that. The little window and some other clear parts. There is a problem here with the window being scratched. That's always nice. I think there are ways of getting. I'm not sure if you can see this, by the way, but well, there are some scratches on it. I do hope that I can sort of get rid of those. I think there are ways of doing that, so we'll see. The nose. There is a little edge here. I'm not sure. It looks like maybe that's a little bit of flashing. I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. It will probably be quite a challenge to make this fit, and maybe we'll have to do some filling. But again, we'll see that. Then we've got the wheels. Really nice. Again, same thing with the chrome. Although I have to say the chrome on the wheels is better looking. It's not as like shiny. It's a little bit more matte, so it could be okay. So I might keep it this way. And some other parts, probably, I don't know, suspension, even some sort of gear of a type. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll find out. Some screws. So yeah, pretty good. And then the last part is some wiring, probably for ignition wires, some springs, coils, and radiator grill, and some tubing. Again, very much detail on the whole kit. So I'm really looking forward to start building this, and not only building this, but also trying to keep making the videos. First of all, just making them, and second of all, making them of interest to you, which I hope will happen, but I'll let you be the judge of that. Anyway, if you've got some comments on anything that you'd like to comment on, please let me know. Also the language thing. If you think it's good enough and it's great to keep doing this in English, then I'll probably do that. But some of you might say, please do this in Dutch because I don't understand English, or just it just is a better option to do. Let me know that too, and I'll try and cater to that. Anyway, this was it for the first unboxing of the Honda F1 112 scale Formula 1 car from Tamiya, and I'll hope to see you back for the next video.